welcome to The One Show, Christine Blakely.
And Adrian Childs. This is our 400th edition of The One Show.
500, here we come.
Yes, yes, yes. Exciting. I was expecting fireworks.
All right, I'll do it again. With more enthusiasm.
Yay, well done. Thank you very much.
Right.
With us tonight, two giants of the pop world.
What have they done to deserve that title?
What have I done to deserve it? In a western town.
Oh, yes, they've got the brains, they've got the looks, and I bet they've made lots of money too.
It's the Pet Shop Boys. Neil, Chris, can I just say, he has been banging on about you two all day long. More than excited about the Pet Shop Boys
I hide my
coming in.
enthusiasm very well normally, but I couldn't do it with you.
I know, honestly.
So do we.
Yeah. I think you're both brilliant. Now, you've put those sunglasses on now. You're going to be inscrutable with us.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's going to be yes or no answers. Frightening. Listen, really look forward to talking to you. The new album's great. Everything you've ever done is great. What more can I say? Marvellous.
That's a good starting point.
OK. It's not unusual for children's TV presenters to be in the news, but I don't ever recall one being there because of a few viewers' complaints that the very sight of them is frightening the kiddies.
That's the situation a new recruit to CBeebies found herself in, Kerry Burnell.
Hello, and welcome to Discover and Do with me, Kerry.
And with me, Alex.
Alex.
That's me, presenting CBeebies with my co-host Alex. As a professional actress, I'm acutely aware of just how tough the acting industry can be for everyone, but particularly for disabled actors. So when I found out I got the job, I was over the moon.
You're just in time for a bedtime bubbly adventure.
But within days of my first appearance, complaints appeared on the CBeebies message board regarding my disability,
On DAB Digital Radio.
which soon sparked coverage by the media.
The BBC has received complaints from parents about a CB.
My 2-year-old twins are now too scared.
One father said he wanted to ban his daughter from watching the channel because he feared it would give her nightmares. I mean,
I'm really
you've got to
glad
feel
this
sorry for
debate is being aired. It highlights the kind of prejudice that disabled people face every day. Research shows that 85% of the British public believe society treats disabled people as second-class citizens. But these children don't seem to be bothered by my disability. That's just where the nails have grown. Children are simply curious about my arm. So why is it that some adults find disability so difficult to deal with?
I think some parents know that they're prejudiced inside and they're terrified this is somehow going to spill out. I think kids themselves are not terrified of disability. They're curious, but they have to learn a negative emotional response through it, through the behaviour of their parents.
As a child, I came here to Queen Mary's Hospital in South London to see the specialist prosthetics unit. Every year, around 150 children are born like me and are fitted with false limbs.
So it fits nice and snugly in there, and he's just got a little armband on there. Can you hold his pencil? OK, that's excellent, isn't it? And let me have it again.
When I was little, I didn't get to choose whether to wear a false arm or not. I was made to. I threw mine away when I was 9, and I'm relieved to discover that children can now choose how they use their prosthetics.
And are you wearing your artificial arms much these days?
Well, when I'm bike riding.
Oh, yeah, it's good for bike riding. It gives you, stabilises you, gives you a bit of balance, doesn't it?
Some of them are choosing to wear their prosthetics, like Caden over here, who's got his hook on, and some of them are choosing not to, and that's also fine, like Anna over there, who's got nothing on, she's just got her arm out. And that's a really lovely improvement for me to see. I'm thrilled about the change in attitude. All these children seem confident that everything is possible.
Yes.
Do any of you know what you'd like to be when you grow up?
I think I might be a wrestler.
A wrestler? What about you, Matthew?
Be a footballer.
A footballer?
Play lots of games.
That's what I get to do. So maybe you could be a children's TV presenter. Earlier this year, Kelly Knox proved that dreams can come true when she won the BBC Three competition, Britain's Missing Top Model, whose mission was to find a beautiful disabled model.
Yeah, I was over the moon, especially seeing my family at the end and everyone was crying and hugging me. It was lovely.
Kelly was taken on by a modelling agency, but soon found that there was a reluctance to send her for big castings.
I still think the industry isn't ready to have disabled models. To be honest, I think a lot of people are scared to have someone different. I think someone needs to make that initial, yes, we want to use Kelly for this, or we want to use this disabled person for this. The media needs to see people of all different colours, shapes, sizes, disabilities. That's what the real world is about.
David Proud is an actor. He appeared in a BBC programme Mischief, where 3 presenters took part in a contest to see who could win the most help from the public. The idea was to test out just how politically correct or not the British public are. In this programme, David won.
I need like 21 quid. I've tried to get them to give me a free ride.
Hello, sorry? You haven't heard what I want yet?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers. On the whole, members of the public really wanted to help, even though on some of the challenges I was saying the most bizarre thing. I mean, I'm quite independent myself, but
Sure.
It's nice to know that if I was more severely disabled, there is that help available.
He might have got the most support on the street, but when it comes to getting auditions, that's a totally different matter.
It's really down to production companies to not be fearful about working with a disabled artist. If we can get past that fear of how you actually film with someone in a wheelchair, their changing rooms,
Access and all of that stuff.
and panics about ramps everywhere. And
That fear often comes from ignorance, so I believe
The only way for society to accept disability as readily as these children do is surely for there to be better representation on screen.
I'm delighted to say that Kerry has joined us. Thanks for coming on. We should, at the beginning, we should say that we did check the sort of viewers' log, the correspondence to the BBC that day, and they were supportive. There were very few who came out with this line as like, "You're frightening the children."
Well, I think there were actually 9 complaints in total, and then thousands of messages of support. So I think it's really important to flag up that the story, as such, was the fact that people kind of reacted to, the people who kind of said the bad things, and that in itself was the story.
Yeah. But we need more people like yourself who are willing to put themselves up for these, whatever the presenting job, acting job, to allow children to get used to looking at people with disabilities, and therefore they're not frightened. It's a vicious kind of circle,
Well, yeah,
isn't it?
no, of course it is. And I know plenty of disabled actors and presenters who would like to be in my position, but it's just a case of, are there the opportunities, and are producers willing to take those kind of risks? And, I think the one thing that, that this whole situation proves is that there just isn't enough disabled talent on the telly.
Neil, what's your take on this story?
I think it's interesting you said that you had 9 complaints and thousands of supportive messages or whatever. I think there's probably people in the media are too timid about this issue, really. And they should probably confront that timidity within themselves.
The main thing was the children didn't have a problem at all,
No.
did they? It seems the parents were probably ones complaining about it.
I mean, I think we're all bombarded by this image of the body beautiful,
Yeah, that's
especially women. We're just surrounded by magazines of...
Men are now as well.
Well, yes.
But the ability to fix things, if you've, wonky teeth or a crooked nose, people go and fix it, don't they? Because you say we're bombarded with perfection.
And I suppose some people would find it odd that I might choose not to go down that route. But, it's a very, very personal thing.
I don't think people would find it odd though either. I mean, I think people would totally respect your decision and would probably actually, like me, sympathise with it.
Well, now, as an adult, but when I was a child, it was questioned a lot. But, it was just instinctive to me. I just never, ever wanted to wear a prosthetic arm. So, that was just the choice I made.
All right. Well, listen, onward and upward, and best of luck with your sort of presenting career and everything.
I love the fact Kerry told me earlier if she could change anything about herself, it would be to make her hair blonder.
Yeah.
She's sick of getting highlights.
Yeah, it's quite annoying.
I
Have hair. Be nice, wouldn't it?
No, thank you so
Thanks
much,
for coming
Kerry.
on.
Good
Thanks
to
very
see
much.
you. Thank you.
Do send us your thoughts on this to our website, bbc.co.uk/The One Show. Now, so far in our series on the stories behind great songs, Mick Hucknall's taken us through the birth of Holding Back the Years.
And Neil Innes tried to explain what in the world the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band were on about with Urban Spaceman.
Tonight, Des Coleman looking every inch the love god.
Oh, yeah.
He unlocks the secrets of a great love song.